Concord is a terrible game. It's one of Sony's biggest flops probably ever within the gaming industry, and it's so bad that even PlayStation fanboys are split on if this game is good or bad, which basically means PlayStation fanboys who are realistic and realize the game is bad, and PlayStation fanboys who will blindly worship anything with the Sony logo. Even people like MBG, who I saw as like super devoted to Sony, never willing to even accept that they're doing anything wrong, is talking shit about this game to the utter confusion of his audience.
This is crazy to me. The real YouTube shadow, you're saying you're out. Like, bro, listen. Here's the reality. Okay, I'm gonna fucking nip this in the bud right now so everybody's aware. If Concord was an Xbox video game, a lot of people that I'm seeing defending it or acting like it's getting too much hate would be part of the hate wagon.
And he's absolutely right. So many of the PlayStation fanboys who are blindly defending Concord would be shitting on it if it was an Xbox game. But luckily for us, there are some people like J-Dub who are heavily defending this game, and that's fun because then we can laugh at them. But before we get into that, I know it's been a while since I made a video, guys. I'm sorry, I was on holiday for a bit. Here's a picture of me with a peacock. Can I still say that, YouTube? Can I still say peacock? Will I not get demonetized for saying peacock? Wouldn't surprise me. Can't even say cunt anymore, so wouldn't be surprised if I got demonetized for saying fucking peacock. But since I'm going on holiday again in a couple of days, I decided, you know what, it's time to actually start pumping out some videos, because I've just been making nothing this month. Which includes, by the way, I was gonna do the 10k sub Q&A special, that'll be up. Probably I'm gonna start working on that tomorrow, so it'll probably be up tomorrow as well. Anyway, with that being said, I've got an amazing video for you here today, boys. This is like a podcast, I think. It's a PlayStation-centric podcast with J-Dub and a bunch of other PlayStation fanboys. And there's someone who joined their podcast to talk about why, you know, he thinks that Concord is shit. And all of the PlayStation fanboys are coping so hard, coming up with so many reasons why the game is actually good. And actually, it's the best shooter ever. It's the game of the generation, guys. It's insane. Let's have a good laugh and let's get right into it.
Right, so to 2 points that the characters in Overwatch, bear in mind, they knew what they were doing. The characters are appealing. Like, have you seen Mercy? Have you seen Widowmaker? Tracer had the thing going on. Like, you will notice there is a distinct... These characters, you think of Valorant, you think of League of Legends, you think of what else the skins, what gets you into the character. Half the time it's the looks. Let's keep it 100. That is what it is. And none of these characters in Concord have that. They don't have that factor.
So Death Singer here is talking about why Overwatch, character design wise, is far superior to Concord. It's absolutely right. Like, for example, how many years did I main fucking D.Va, right? I played D.Va exclusively, and that's only because 15-year-old me liked her character design, right? And I'm not saying that a character needs to be attractive in order to be considered to have like a good design. That's not true at all. But the characters in Concord, like, look at this shit. What the fuck is this? It's just an obese woman. That's not a cool design. No one wants to play as that. The amount of stupid choices that were made with these characters is insane. Like, the fucking robot has pronouns. Why the fuck? Who cares about what the pronouns the goddamn robot are? It's a robot. It's a bucket of bolts. It shouldn't. No one gives a fuck what its fucking pronouns are. Why is that specified? It's so dumb.
But then also
I'll push back on that. The characters, to me, look really good. The graphics in that game is 1,000 times better than 99% shooters out there.
So J-Dub genuinely believes that this looks better than 99% of shooters, which basically means this is one of the best looking shooters of all time. I mean, I knew the cope was gonna be insanely strong in this video, but holy shit, how can you genuinely believe that this looks better than 99% of shooters?
It has a Sony
I think the characters look good.
Graphical, demanding, the shadows, the lighting. It's Unreal Engine 5.
Okay, so apparently J-Dub here doesn't know the difference, or is pretending that he doesn't know the difference between art style, graphics and design, because all the things he's mentioning, like, oh, the shadows look really good, the lighting is really good, right? That has nothing to do with the art style being incredibly generic and the character design being god-awful, which is what was being discussed and which is what people are making fun of the game for. The art style being generic and the characters looking stupid. But that doesn't matter to J-Dub. It doesn't matter that graphics, art style, and character designs are three different things. As long as one of those is considered good, he'll run with it and pretend the entire game is fantastic, and anytime anyone criticizes anything about the visuals, he will just refer to the fact that the lighting is good. Oh, you think the character design is stupid? Well, you're wrong. The lighting is good, guys. It's such a non-argument.
It has all. Even Digital Foundry said it's a looker. So to say that it don't really, I'll just push back on that a little. And then maybe it's an acquired taste. Maybe it's acquired taste.
Shut the fuck up, J-Dub. You don't have an acquired taste. You're just sucking Sony's cock like you always. You're a cocksucker. That's what you are. You don't have an acquired taste. You're a cocksucker. And your taste is Sony cock. That's all it is. Okay, you don't have an acquired taste because you think this game looks good. The game, from a purely technical standpoint, might look really good. I don't fucking know. I haven't done my research, and if the lighting is good, I don't really care. All I know is the characters look dumb and the art style is generic as fuck, but most of the characters just look stupid.
And then on the point of the cinematics, it's nice having cinematics, but most people are just going to click X to skip and go straight into the game. They just want to play the game.
My point now. I was going to say
they're not here for these beautiful cinematics. Like the Overwatch cinematics, they did them, but they were on YouTube and they were like 2 minutes long, and they told a quick little story.
And that's the difference. And that's the difference between a free-to-play and a full-fledged type game. It's because those free-to-play games, they don't care about any of that stuff.
What the fuck's J-Dub on about? Like, oh, that's the difference between AAA games and free-to-play games. Like, you do realize that Overwatch, before going free-to-play, was a, like, $60, $40, I don't remember, AAA game that just put its cinematics on YouTube because they knew that people who didn't fucking care about that shit weren't gonna, like, want that the cinematics to, like, interrupt the gameplay or interrupt them playing the game, which is what's happening in Concord. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't fucking like it when I'm trying to play a game and before I can get into a match, I have to watch a shitty fucking cutscene over some lore shit. I don't care.
And in a hero shooter, you care about the characters. It's a character-based shooter. Right, Valorant, I care about these characters. League of Legends, I care about these characters I play. The reason I play Ari, middling, is because I actually care about it. I have the coolest looking skins, I have the most expensive skins. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love the character, love all about it, the lore, everything, right? But how are you supposed to care about these generic characters in a character-based shooter? You're supposed to go, oh, that's my main.
Very good point by Death Singer here. In a character-based shooter like Concord, you're going to need to care about the characters. The characters are the most important part of the game, but if the characters all look like shit and are super fucking generic and boring, no one's going to care about the characters and the game will inevitably fail. Now let's see what intelligent response the PlayStation fanboys have against this argument.
Singer, let me ask you a question.
You're not gonna connect with any of them over a beta over a weekend. You're just not.
Okay, well I guess that's an attempt at an argument from J-Dub. It kind of fails though when you realize that after Overwatch's beta weekend back in like 2015, 2016, everybody was obsessing over the characters, very hyped about it, talking about the gameplay, about the characters, making fan art. And after Concord's beta weekend, which was fairly recently, nobody's talking about it, and if they are, they're talking about how shit the game is.
See, now this comes to, I'm playing another game that's in a playtest, and it instantly clicks, like, because I know these characters. And it plays exactly like peak Overwatch. And see, that's
you know the characters.
That's the thing. You know the characters.
I know the characters, but in Concord, there's no reason for me to know these characters because they just look generic.
Yeah, but why buy a new book? Why watch a different movie?
Now I kind of get where this guy, Mooch, it's I guess a name you can give yourself, Mooch. I kind of get where he's coming from when he says like, why buy a new book? Why watch a new movie? But he kind of does shoot himself in the foot there, because I buy a new book based upon if the cover is cool and if I like the synopsis of the story on the back of the book. Essentially, if the book looks cool for me to buy, I'm buying it. Same thing with movie. I'm watching a movie based on if I liked the trailer. And it also goes for these characters, right? People don't care about the Concord characters because they look boring. They're not appealing at all. And you might say, oh, well, he's talking about how he only plays these characters because he already knows them. He already knows them because at some point in time he was interested in them. And no one's gonna have that with the Concord characters. Anyway, boys, those were the amazing arguments in favor of Concord actually being an amazing game. Which it's not, and it's going to be dead on arrival. But anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.